A very good morning and welcome to this morning edition of YES101's Visual Radio. Bringing you the news, I am Hashni Patirana. And before we take a look at your news in detail, let's take a look at your headlines first.
News First headline.
Met Department issues heat advisory for several provinces. Namanukula Reserve fire contained. The debate on second reading of the budget in Parliament today. In international headlines, Delta plane flips upside down at Toronto airport, injuring 18. And in your sports, it's cricket. Mandhana bowlers help RCB cruise past Delhi Capitals. On your top story this morning, the Department of Meteorology has issued an amber heat index advisory covering several provinces. Accordingly, the temperature felt on human body is expected to increase up to caution level at some places in northern, north central, northwestern, western and southern provinces and in Ratnapura district. Individuals working outdoors are advised to stay hydrated and take breaks in the shade as often as possible. The Met Department's advisory says that those indoors should check on the elderly and sick, and that it is critical to never leave children unattended in vehicles. People engaging in outdoor activities are advised to limit strenuous exertion, find shade and remain hydrated. Additionally, wearing lightweight, white or light colored clothing is recommended to help manage the heat. Still in local news, the fire that erupted in the Namanukula Reserve in Badulla has now been contained. The fire erupted in the reserve near the Passara Badulla Road last evening. It has destroyed a large area of protected land. The Badulla District Disaster Management Unit says that the fire has been contained by now. The reason for the fire has not yet been revealed. In more local news, the debate on the second reading of the budget will begin in Parliament today. The debate will continue until the 25th of February, while the vote on the second reading of the 2025 budget will be held that evening. The committee stage debate on the appropriation bill is scheduled to be held for 19 days, including 4 Saturdays, from the 27th of February till the 21st of March. The vote on the third reading of the appropriation bill is scheduled for the 21st of March at 6 p.m.
International news.
Now shifting your attention to the international arena, a Delta Airlines regional jet flipped upside down upon landing at Toronto Pearson Airport yesterday amid windy weather following a snowstorm, injuring 18 of the 80 people on board. Authorities added that 3 people on the flight that originated at Minneapolis St. Paul International Airport suffered critical injuries, among them a child. Delta said a CRJ-900 aircraft operated by its Endeavour Air subsidiary was involved in a single aircraft accident with 76 passengers and 4 crew aboard. The CRJ-900, made by Canada's Bombardier, can seat up to 90 people. Canadian authorities said they would investigate the cause of the crash, which was not yet known. Pearson Airport said earlier yesterday it was dealing with high winds and frigid temperatures as airlines attempted to catch up with missed flights after a weekend snowstorm dumped more than 22 centimeters of snow at the airport. According to a paramedic officer, of those injured, 2 were airlifted to trauma centers and a child was transported to a children's hospital. All 18 of the people injured were passengers and were taken to area hospitals, Delta said in a statement.
Sports news.
And finally, taking a look at the sports update for this morning, defending champions Royal Challengers Bengaluru made short work of a full-strength Delhi Capitals by keeping their batting lineup to 141 and then chasing the total down with ease to continue the trend of the chasing side winning for the fourth game in a row. Even though RCB were without the triumph of Sophie Molnix, Shreyanka Patel and Asha Subhana, which brought them glory in last year's final against DC, the trio of Renuka Singh, Ekta Bisht and Georgia Waham combined to bundle out DC to a below-par total. In reply, RCB openers Smriti Mandhana and Danny Wyethhodge put on their second century stand, having earlier done so far Southern Brave in the 100 in 2021. Mandhana scored her fastest WPL half-century of 27 balls and Wyethhodge peppered the offside with 6 fours out of her 7 during her 42 of 33. By the time she fell in the 11th over, RCB needed only 35 of 55 and they cruised over the line in the 17th over. And with that, we wrap up this edition of YES101's Visual Radio. I'm Hashni Pathirana. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more of the very latest.